Hello, everyone. And today we're going to talk about ACCA. If you're studying AAT or if you're studying any other qualification, or if you want to start ACCA, so you're going to look at a few things before you start your ACCA course. So it's very important to know before you start any course, because qualification like ACCA, that is certified chartered accountant, so that will give you so many opportunity to do so much in future as an accountant. So before you start, you need to know a few things so that you don't get puzzled in the middle. So let's try to find it out, some question and answer. The first one we're going to look at, how do I apply to be an ACCA student? So it's a very straightforward. If you like to start ACCA straight away without having any qualification, you can still do that. But obviously you have to start from the foundation level. But if you have minimum 3 GCSE and 2 A levels, you can start ACCA straight away. So you don't need any professional or academic qualification like university degree or anything. You don't need any of this. All you need some GCSE and 2 A levels. That's enough to make you ready to start your ACCA qualification. But sometimes ACCA always recommend, if you start with the non-accounting background, start with some foundation course so that it will be easier for you during your ACCA studies. But officially, there is no requirement for that. The next one says, so what are the entry requirements? So as I said, there is no entry barrier. As soon as you have at least 3 GCSE and 2 A levels, you can start ACCA straight away. The next question we have, what are the entry requirements for the foundation level? If you like to start from the foundation level, there is no entry requirement. You can just start without having any qualification. This foundation level will help you to understand the accounting basics so that when you move to your ACCA skill level or professional level, then you will have some idea already about the accounting and finance. What documents I need to register as a student? All you need to provide your proof of identity. So you can provide your passport or national ID or the driving license, and also the qualification documents. So you need to prove like you have this GCSE and you have your A level so that they can enroll you straight away. So there is no much requirement to do the registration. How long does it take to register as a ACCA student? It takes 5 to 7 working days. So once you upload the documents, all you have to do, you have to create an account. So you make your own student portal. And after that, they will give you a registration number, a membership number. And you need to pay the registration fee and you need to upload the documents, submit. That's all. Within 5 to 7 working days, they will send you the email. They'll tell you like if they need anything else. Otherwise, they'll say, congratulations, this is your membership number. You can carry on this number during the study. Every time you need to book exam or anything, you have to log into the student portal to book the exam and to do all the other activities as a student. What fees are payable? There are a few different fees for the ACCA. The first fee you pay for the registration. When you start ACCA, you have to pay the initial registration fee, that is £89. But every year it could be changed. So ACCA increased the fee every year, so it could be changed. But for 2023 is £89. You pay initial registration fee. That is non-refundable. And of course, like every year, you have to pay something called subscription fee. So as a subscription member for the ACCA student, you have to pay every year a certain amount of fee. I'm going to tell you how much it is later on the fee section. But you have to pay the subscription fee. You have to pay the exam fee for each module. You have to pay the initial registration fee. Also, if there is a exemption, for example, if you come from AAT, if you come from ICW, if you come from any other qualification, and if you're going to claim exemption, for example, if you have a university degree, sometimes ACCA can offer you 9 paper exemption up to. So if you get the exemption, that means you don't have to do this exam, but you need to pay the exemption fee. So this could be also like part of your fee calculation. Can I submit my registration form and pay later? That you cannot. So until you make the payment, you cannot submit your application. This application will not be valid until you make the payment. What exemption can I apply for? I made another video for the exemption for the AAT student. So there is a different requirement for the exemption. So ACCA consider different way. Like if you already done the same paper that ACCA covering, you really don't have to do the same exam again. What you can do is just pay the exemption fee and you can go ahead. You don't have to do that exam. But ACCA need to consider that. Once you submit your documents with the transcript, ACCA will have a look and they will let you know you are entitled to get the exemption for this paper or not. What exam do I have to take to complete the ACCA qualification? Now, this is quite interesting because we have to know in detail how many exam, how many papers. So let's have a look at this one. So there are total 13 exam we have to do. 13 exam, but one exam comes for like kind of 2 exam together. Before it was 14 exam, now it is 13. So that means we have a 3 level here. So we have applied knowledge exam. So this is the level 1. Here we're going to do 3 papers. So this 3 paper, accounting, business, management accounting, and financial accounting. This is the level 1. And obviously from this level, we move to the next level that is called applied skill. And here we have 6 exam. And finally, we have a professional exam. And on the professional side, we have an option. So first 2 exam we have to do. This is compulsory. So that is strategic business leader. We called it SBL, and also SBR, strategic business reporting. This 2 paper is essential. We have to do it. And from the option, you can choose the management accounting. You can choose the performance management or audit or the tax. So this is the options we have. From the 4, we have to pick 2. Now, this 13 exam, we need to do exemption or awarded based on the qualification. If you have an exemption, if you already get exemption because you have done some other qualification, you might need to do less exam, but normally the ACCA is the combination of 13 exam. And to get the membership, remember that, let me tell you this step. So once you register as ACCA student, what you do, you can study yourself. You don't have to go to the college or university. You can just study yourself. You can buy the book from BPP, from Kaplan, from any other provider. You can make yourself ready because ACCA give you the flexible option. So you can do exam anywhere. So in UK, we have a lot of exam center. In Europe, we have a lot of exam center. Asia, almost every country where the British Council exists, the ACCA conduct the exam there. You can do exam anywhere, anytime. There are 4 times exam in a year. So this is a very flexible. Anytime you can book the exam, and you can do 4 times a year. Before it was 2 times. It was only June and December. Now ACCA conduct 4 times exam a year. And all the exam will be based on computer. Before it was written, now it is all computer based. Only first 4 exam, that is applied knowledge exam, for example, accounting, business, management accounting, financial accounting, and the corporate and business law. This 4 exam is called on-demand exam. On-demand exam means you can do anytime. You really don't have to wait 3 months for booking the exam. You can just find the exam center the way we do AAT exam. So you just find the exam center, you can book the exam. So you'll get the result immediately. You really don't have to wait for that. You can do anytime you like. So this is the combination. Once you start the study, you have to pass all the paper. Once you pass all the paper, then you will be called yourself as affiliate. So once you finish all the exams, you call affiliate. And once you have the affiliation, you can submit another 3 years experience to claim the membership. So you have to fill a form. It is called a PER, practical experience requirement. You complete that process and you submit your 3 years experience and you get the membership, and we call it ACCA member. And after getting the membership, you have to wait another 5 years to get the FCCA status. It's automated. You really don't have to do anything to get the FCCA. After you become ACCA member, after 5 years, you will be automated FCCA member. So this is the little story for ACCA. There are a few breakdown in the middle. For example, once you finish this 2-level applied knowledge and the applied skill exam, that means once you finish your first 9 exam, you can get the degree from Oxford Brookes University. For example, if you think like, oh, after finishing 9 paper, that is equivalent to UK bachelor degree. Now, if you think I like to get a proper bachelor degree from the university, you can get it because ACCA have a collaboration with Oxford Brookes University. So you can submit your dissertation with them, and they will give you the bachelor degree certificate. And this is very interesting because you don't have to pay any fees for that. You just pay the dissertation fee, that is very little, and you'll get the bachelor degree. And there is another interesting thing. Once you finish your graduation, if you think like, I'm not going to do the professional paper now, I want to do my master's level, then you can do it from University of London. So ACCA have another interesting agreement with the University of London, and you can get your master's from them as well. It's a very, very interesting because once you're doing your study, you have your graduation, you have your master's, and you have your ACCA at the same time from the same qualification. Very interesting. And the another good thing is like you can do exam anywhere you like. You really don't have to be depends on one place or UK. For example, if you move for 1 year in Turkey, if you move for 1 year in Japan, you can do your exam anywhere you like. You can self-study. You really don't have to be enrolled, or you don't need the articleship to carry on your study. So this is the basic understanding for our ACCA. If you have any other qualification, you might get the exemption. You don't have to do all the papers. So now if you look at the fees a little bit, the fees area is a little bit interesting. So let's look at the fees area. So here, it says like initial registration fee is £89. Then annual subscription is £122. Remember that annual subscription is only for the student. If you become affiliate or if you become the member, the fees will be different. Then we have exemption fee. Exemption fee is the fee where you basically don't want to do the exam, but you want to claim the exemption because you have done the similar course from some other body, and you have to pay for that. So applied knowledge exam is £98 per exam you have to pay, and for the skill you have to pay £123 per exam. Remember that there is no exemption for the professional level. Doesn't matter how much qualification you have, you'll not get exemption for the professional modules. The exam fee is keep changing every year, it depends, but for 2023 you can see the applied skill exam fee is £154. So we have 3 exams obviously for the applied skill. For each exam we have to pay £154. For the ethics we have £75. For the strategic we have £263. Now this exam fee every year they increase £2 or £3. And for the professional level, we have £204. So you are looking at the 3 type of exam fee, that is 204, and then we have a 263, and we have 154. So if you calculate all of that, for example, you are looking at maybe around 400 for your first level, that is applied skill level. Then on the knowledge level, then we have a professional level. So if you add it, it will be exam fee will count for the 13 exam. Let's say it is around £2,000. You're looking at the exam fee, but it could be changed because every year they change the exam fee. There are 4 times you can do the exam. We can see here the applied skill exam. We have on December, we have a March, we have a September, so we have a June. So this 4 type of exam we do every year. And obviously, like based on your preparation, you can do the exam. The next question is like how many exams you can actually do at once. So there is no bindings how many exam, unless the exam is like exam on the same day. For example, if you try to do your tax exam, the professional level exam, the tax, and the fundamental level tax may be on the same day. So if it is happen like your foundation exam or the professional exam are on the same day, cannot do 2 exam. Otherwise, there is no requirement like which exam you can do only 2 exam, 3 exam. No. So you can go one by one, but you can do 3 exam at one semester. You can do 2, you can do 1, is up to you. There is no bindings unless the exam is clashed to each other. So the March session, if you look at the March, June, September, and December, so 4 sessions a year. So if you look at the exam fee, now we're in September. So if you're looking at the exam fee for the December session, if you have a look, so the entry date opening on 8th of August, standard entry deadline is 30th of October. So that means before the exam, so for the exam of December, we can register on from 8th of August. So it's already started for the December, for example, and the closing date, the deadline is 30th of October. So we have from 8th of August till 30th of October to enroll for the exam. Once you enroll your exam, you will get something called attendance docket. Docket is kind of the exam entry form. So once you pay the exam fee, before the exam, there will be one PDF file on your ACCA account, on your My ACCA, and you can download it, and you have to print it out and take with you in the exam hall, because the invigilator need to sign on that paper and they will keep it. So it will be like kind of a paper, and it will just say like what exam you booked, which day, where is the center. It will tell everything. So it is very helpful for you to remember where you're going to the exam, because there's a lot of exam center, what time is the exam, this and that. And this is a proof like you have attended the exam, and the people who is conducting the exam, they will keep from you and they'll sign it and they'll keep it as a record. If you are happy with everything, there is no problem. But if you are not happy, you can, if there is a result and if you're not happy with that, you can appeal against the result. And also, like, you can claim for the admin review, but of course there is a fee for that. Now, for example, you can see for the exam of December, the exam release date will be 15th of January. So that means it's after 1 month. If you do your exam on December, you will get the result on 15th of January. So if you do the exam on September, the result will be on 15th of October. So that's how the result is come out. Now, to get the result, you can use something called opt-in to receive the result by text. So you can get the result on your text message to your phone. But if you don't want it, you can always log into your MyAT account and the result will be there. But if you opt in that, they will text you the result to your mobile phone. But to get the result on mobile phone, you have to opt in. It's free. All you have to go there. You have to put your phone number and say, I like to get the result by text. So no problem for that. And more or less, this is the information we have for the exam entry. So 4 times exam a year. So that is very much interesting, because before it was only twice a year. Now, there is a CV exam. I already said, like, you can book for first 4 exam, that anytime you really don't have to wait for the exam date. The first 4 exam is called as on-demand exam. You can do anytime. Now, top of that, there is another thing that is very interesting that not maybe everywhere you can find. That is, if you do the professional paper, for example, if you're doing your final level of ACCA, and if you passed a paper and you take a break, and if you cannot pass another paper, like all the ACCA paper within 5 years, then even the paper you pass, it will be expired. So you need to be extremely careful. For example, if you pass your SBR and SBL from the professional level, so 2 modules you pass in 2 years' time, for example, and you take a break. And after 2 years, you come back and you want to do another 2 modules, the optional, for example, the tax and the audit. Now, by the time you are doing the final 2 paper, is more than 5 years. So if this has happened, so the exam you passed 5 years before, that will be expired. For example, if I pass 1 paper today, only for the professional level, from today I have 5 years to expire this paper. It's not all the paper will be expired, only the paper that I passed 5 years before. So every time if I passed any professional paper, from that day I have another 5 years to make sure I finish my ACCA during this time. If I cannot, this paper I have to do it again, even I passed before. So I need to be very much careful for that. More or less, this is the story of ACCA. This is a very interesting course. This is give you the opportunity to work worldwide, because almost every country recognize ACCA. You can be accountant everywhere. You can be the practicing license holder anywhere. You can be the auditor. So it will give you the access of almost everything. And the study process is quite simple. Once you register, all you have to do, you have to find exam center close to your home or where you live, book the exam with them, and just go and do the exam. The study way, you can study yourself. You buy the book from BPP or Kaplan, and you study yourself. If you need a tuition, you can get the tuition from BPP, Kaplan, Osborne. You can get from a lot of tuition provider, but it is not necessary. You have to get it. You can get the tuition the way is best for you. And you don't need articleship. You really don't have to work somewhere or relevant job to do the ACCA. So it's not like ICAW. You have to get the articleship. You have to study and work at the same time. You really don't have to. It's a very flexible. So once you finish your course, then you can get the work experience as well. Some work experience, even if it's not relevant, it will be still countable. For example, if you teach accounting, 1 year you can submit as your practical experience. So there is a lot of thing that could be give you a lot of option to be a ACCA member, and it will give you more opportunity. Even, for example, if you become FCCA, after you become the ACCA member, you can get the membership from most of the professional body. For example, ICAW, for example, Scotland Charter Accountant, from Ireland Charter Accounting Body, from the CPA Australia. So you can claim almost every single professional charter accountant body to get their membership once you have the FCCA status from ACCA. So it will not only give you the opportunity to get in a good career, but also like it will give you to join so many other professional body. And from that point of view, it could be a wonderful choice for you. But before you start, make sure you are committed. You know what you are doing, how long time it takes. It depends how many exams you can pass every year. And also, like, you need to be very much committed because you are doing up to level 7. So ACCA is starting from level 2 and it can end up with up to level 7. That means the course will be a little bit harder, especially on the professional level. So you need to be committed yourself. If you fail the exam, it's a very common in ACCA. So if you think like you are not passing the exam like AAT or any other exam very quick, remember that is a very, very normal. The people who do ACCA, they're already doing, for example, a good job. They want to make it better, or they want to be a chartered accountant. That's why they are studying. So it can take like 2 years, 5 years, but still it's normal. If you talk to your friends and family who done the ACCA, they will tell you like it's take normally a long time. So nothing to be worried about if it is not passed first time or second time. It is very common in ACCA exam. Hopefully this information is helpful for you. And of course, like if you need any more information about ACCA or about the AAT, feel free to email me. I will try to help you if I can. But from the all option, if you consider to be a chartered accountant, ACCA could be a very wonderful option for you, but it depends on the individual career plan. Some people, they want to work in the banking sector, they do CFA. Some people, they want to be top in the management, they do CIMA, but it's still like if you want to be a chartered certified accountant, ACCA could be a very wonderful option for you. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Feel free to email me if you have any question. Thank you.